Tell me, Nicole, since it's just the two of us. Your infertility. You think it has anything to do with the abuse you suffered as a child?
You don't listen, do you? I was not abused. And since you'll hound me until I tell you, I can't conceive because of an infection I contracted during my misspent youth.
Is that why you refused to see a specialist?
I didn't refuse, I just didn't see the point. People like you and me just aren't fated to have children, Bobby.
Well, don't count me out yet. You know, I was thinking about what a specialist can learn from an examination. Depending on the size of the uterus, they can tell if a woman's delivered a baby. Even 7 years after the fact.
Very good, Bobby.
She's adorable. Where is she?
I decided to leave her with the good sisters at Mater Hospital. They placed her with a nice middle-class couple.
You never think of what you missed?
Of course. But she's got a better life where she is.
I'm sorry for your loss. It was a year before you left Australia. Report says that you spent the whole day alone with her at the beach. You just looked away for a moment.
Yes. She loved the water.
Is there comfort in that? Or is it just cruelly ironic that you lost her in the ocean?
I suppose it's a little of both, isn't it?
And now there's just emptiness. And Ella. No wonder why you hold her so close. Your daughter, was she strong and independent like Ella?
She was bright, Bobby, like her mother.
Right, of course. Close to her father, you know, Daddy's girl.
Aren't they all?
All little girls flirt with their daddies, is that what you're saying?
Nature of the beast.
Is that what you thought when you saw them together? When he stroked her hair, when she gave him little baby kisses on his eyelids? That she was replacing you as the object of your lover's attention?
She could never.
She was precocious that way, this 3-year-old, wasn't she?
Stop talking about her.
3 years old. That's how old you were when your father first molested you.
I won't listen to this.
He said that it was your fault, that you seduced him. That all little girls flirt with their daddies. You believed this big lie. What other explanation could there be? Why would your father do these horrible things to you? So when you saw your daughter with her daddy, how could you not see her as a sexual rival?
Get out!
How could you not be jealous of her? You couldn't allow her to take your place.
I did not kill her.
And through this whole thing, you haven't managed one solitary tear for her.
My child drowned. You're insane to think anything else. Who helped you concoct this theory, your mother?
See this here? This is a spiral fracture of the arm. Someone, twisted it. And here, her neck was broken. Nicole did this with her own hands. Because in Nicole's world, even her daughter, her own daughter, is a threat to her.
I'm still here. I haven't run.
Well, you won't. Not yet. Look, I know what you were trying to tell me the other day.
You wouldn't have believed it coming from me. You had to find out on your own.
What tipped you off about Evan? Was it the way that he spoke about his dead wife? His affect was all wrong.
Something like that.
And you got rid of Larry to protect Gwen.
I killed Larry? What an imagination you have.
You lured him into the projects. Did you tell him that Evan was up to his old habits? Evan probably confided in you. A man will talk about his past when he's in love. Especially with someone who he knows can't judge him. Someone whose past is much worse than his.
He confided in me long before he knew anything about me.
No, he already knew. That's why he picked you, because of your past.
No, Bobby, he thought I was a normal divorcee getting her life back together.
Nicole, less than a month after you met, he pulled the file on your daughter's death. He knew what you'd done. That's why he went ahead with his plans to kill Gwen. Because he knew he'd found the perfect patsy. You know, a woman who already murdered her own child. What did you think? That you'd finally met the one? A man who sensed his own limitations, who understood the weakness of others. And he had a daughter. A daughter who loved you.
She does love me.
Here you are with a child killer as a boyfriend, because this is the kind of people that you attract, because you will never have a normal life. A normal life is not for you, Nicole. If you want to protect Gwen, then you have to help us put Evan away.
How do you suggest I do that?
By testifying that you found the tainted lotion.
They'll never believe me.
They will. If you confess to Larry's murder.
You're insane to think that I'd be willing to go back to prison. I have a child to care.
I cannot possibly think that you could have anything to do with Gwen's life.
Yes.
Now you think about your own child, Nicole.
That was an accident. I never meant for her to die. I didn't. I loved her.
You couldn't stop yourself.
She was just a little girl.
You couldn't control yourself, and you can't guarantee that that won't happen again.
Gwen is a good girl with a good heart. She wouldn't love me if there wasn't anything good about me.
What about your own child? Wasn't she a good little girl? Didn't she love you even more than Gwen? One day, Gwen will do something. Or maybe she'll do nothing, and you will snap.
No, that won't happen.
Yes, you are not safe to be around, Nicole. Too much damage has been done.
With her, I'll be healed. It'll be all right.
No. If you want to save yourself, you have to face up to who you are.
That's it. That's all you have for me. Confess, go to prison.
I have a message.
You were right, Bobby. I couldn't take the chance. This is one more thing you've taken from me.
We'll put a trace on the call.
You should have seen her, Bobby, when she realized it was finally her time. She looked up at me with those big doe eyes of hers, and she said, "You tell Bobby, he's the only man I ever loved."